Hey guys, it's Manoj here, and this is the first video that I'm uploading over here. So, who's Manoj? Right, I am an IT professional. I work in the information technology industry as a professional, and I've been doing this for a few years now, about 5 years or so, and it's obviously an air-conditioned cubicle environment. That's what I'm used to most of the times, but I always seek adventure. I always try to look for things outdoors. At least I think so. And something that's always fascinated me is nature and just traveling around nature, or be it trekking or backpacking, uh, hiking along the mountains. And I also like occasionally volunteering around villages and farms in and around the place that I'm at. So that's when I got introduced about a few years back into farming. I just felt that farming was just the most basic thing uh, that man needed, which was for survival. Which what you need is food all the time, right? But you can't just live like that. You just can't live for food just to eat and all that. Of course, you need to have work, you need to have play, you need to have family and things like that. But fueling it all in the background is always food, and food for a lot of people is so many things. Food can be nutrition, food can be fuel for people, food can be festivities, community participation. Food is synonymous with religious gatherings, party atmosphere. Food is just about having fun with food. So that's how it is with food. And my contention was that food is the most basic unit of human survival. In fact, all survival. But for us, we as humans, we need tailored plots of land that can produce precise amount of crops, yield the right kind of vegetables or fruits, right types of fruits, etc. So this just nudged me further into an interesting area, which is agriculture, and the context that we're looking at is agriculture in India. And I'm not going to paint a very pretty picture, but it is true that agriculture has been taking a beating over the years gradually. It's not something uh, that's changed overnight, you know, be it farmer laws or whatever, but it's something that's happened gradually over time. And one of the big factors clearly is the modern age where, man is sedentary, and we have a lot of technological advances happening a lot more. So the urban communities, people are coming towards the urban communities more and more. These are some of the problems that we see, and one of the root causes is the dignity in agriculture is gone. Like, people don't really respect farmers anymore. Farmers are very essential. Farmers, army men, and healthcare people, especially in the context of the COVID pandemic, we just realize that these three people play a huge role in shaping ourselves as people, as a society and community as well. So these three are very essential. And so the dignity in farming is completely gone. Fair trade is pretty much a joke unless you know the right kinds of people, you have a network. You can get farm to table, farm to plate, farm to consumer kind of models, which are also prevalent, but by and large, you're still stuck in the mode of middlemen who like to uh, leech out as much money as possible. And I chanced to volunteer in a couple of organizations a few years back, wherein I got to see some eye-opening stuff where we saw food to plate actually happening, rather farm to plate, not food to plate, farm to plate happening, uh, you know, and farmers were remunerated very fairly. So the supply chain, entire supply chain was visible. There was accountability and transparency and traceability, all that, which you never get with any of the food produce that you buy in your regular market. So why did things get to this state? why is the majority of farming in this state? I mean, there are positive models, don't get me wrong, but the majority is still under the grasp of the wealthy or the middlemen, or the kind of policies we have. So it's definitely not something that's happened overnight. You can't always blame everything on chemical agriculture. I think it's just one part of the problem. There are multiple problems, multiple layers that need to be broken down, and I think I am not the person to speak on that, but I hope to invite few more guests along the way who can help us figure out what are the underlying issues that people face in the farming community, what the villagers face. Villages are dependent on farming completely. Village economies are diverse. So many things that that depend on agriculture. So apart from that, how much does climate change play a role, in shaping such a thing? And is farming technologically backward, or what are the underlying issues? From my perspective, the underlying issues, I would say, are climate change, policies catered towards farmers, supply chain, which is not very farmer friendly at all for remuneration, and probably the fourth one is, we as a society, we probably underestimate farmers a bit too much. I just feel the dignity in agriculture is no longer there, and it's about time that we rethought our priorities and realized that these people play an extraordinary role in our society, and we should really respect them and appreciate them for what they are. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll try to bring in more guests who've worked in the trenches, so to speak, who worked at the grassroots level, who know farmers, farming, they know the business of farming, both from a fair trade point of view as well as what is happening outside the fair trade point of view, which is the majority of the agricultural economy in India. Right? Thank you, and bye bye.